Thank you for taking the time to watch this training session. This training session is about how to start saving $20,000 per month per facility in 15 days, right? Using enterprise photo documentation system. So my name is Pugash Sankara. In this training video, you're going to learn how to start saving $20,000 per month per facility in chargebacks, retail chargebacks, non-retail chargebacks, damage claims, right? Rejected loads, freight claims, and supply chain visibility overall, right? Overall supply chain visibility within your network using enterprise photo documentation system, right? Grab a drink, the 45 minutes is going to fly by pretty fast, but, make yourself comfortable and let's get started. So, how to start saving $20,000 per month per facility in chargebacks, right? It could be retail chargebacks, it could be non-retail chargebacks. Somebody else is giving you chargeback because for whatever reason, they encountered some expense while trying to receive the product you shipped, right? Damage claims, they received a damaged product. And then, rejected loads. It was so bad, they had to completely reject the load. They cannot do any fixing. And freight claims, right? I mean, you ship through a carrier, the carrier messed up. Now we are trying to, submit a freight claim to the carrier and get the money back, at least cover the basic cost. And then overall supply chain visibility. I mean, your customers, your partners, your vendors, they're all asking, hey, I'm not able to see what the heck happened, so you're trying to provide better supply chain visibility to them. And all this, in 15 days using enterprise photo documentation system, right? So let's start with some of the success stories. So case study one is NCR. We all, everybody knows NCR. These guys pretty much came up with the, point of sale system and watch the, testimonial video there. These guys are saving at least $20,000 in savings per month per facility. And they have 4 facilities that are using this enterprise photo documentation system, right? And Dennis Walker, great partner. He's the senior warehouse manager. And, he's the one that brought this concept of this system into NCR. So the most important aspect that's helping NCR is centralized repository of photos that can be accessed by everyone in supply chain. So his point is, hey, before we had this localized system and only people at the facilities will be able to access, now anybody can access it because it's all through the internet, right? Even when they're working from a different location. And video is helpful. Now video, they had 2 different systems, one for video and one for photos. Now it's all combined and it's all in one system. Video is helpful. Before we had 2 different systems, one for photos and another one for video. So we are jumping between 2 systems. It was a pain. I love the new addition video platform. When you add a video, that was an entire another process that saves time. It was a big game changer. That was a big improvement. You asked me, that's really happy to see, right? And then case study 2 is track loader parts. Again, click the link and watch the testimonial video. Dan Ventimit talks about all the benefits that they've accrued. Dan is the senior operations manager. So they're saving at least 10K per month, right? And they ship parts. And part shipping is sensitive because there are a lot of resources, a lot of people, expensive resources, a lot of tools that are all sitting there at the site and waiting for this right part to show up so they can all finish their job and go home, right? So it's a very sensitive, if they ship the wrong part out of the part arrived damaged, Dan is in a very, very tough spot, right? So that's why it's very important for them to ship get this order fulfilled accurately and correctly, right? Accurately and perfectly on time, no damage, right? So before, the way our system is set up, I would never really know which one of my warehouse associates pulled the order, who acted and who shipped it. So there was no accountability as far as someone is shipping the wrong part or shipping the wrong quantity. But now that everyone has a username, so with the system, everyone is assigned a username. Once we go to that photo, we automatically know who took that photo of that shipment and who was responsible for making sure the shipment went out correctly. So we have really seen improvement in those 3 aspects of business. So they are able to hold people accountable, right? That's the most important thing. They're doing their job, they're shipping their part. So Dan is able to hold these people accountable, with the system, right? And case study 3, Ryder Logistics. I mean, these guys, again, click the video link and watch the video. James and Dura is the operations manager. They're saving $100,000 to $200,000 in freight claims. That's what the feedback we got from them, and that's all in the video. So we took photos with the digital camera. It was very difficult to manage the photos. We would spend all day finding photos. Yes, whenever they use digital camera, all you have is IMG001, IMG002. Either you got to have extra people sitting there and renaming those photos all day, or you just have to go back and search through this IMG001, IMG002, right? We would spend all day finding photos. It has worked very well. When we have a claim against us, we can go back to photos and show that when the product left here, it was in good condition. It makes it so easy to retrieve them and sort them. I have 2 important customers with whom I need to share the photos. The process is a lot easier now. It was a seamless process to learn how to use. My director has already recommended it to all his facilities. He has recommended it to everybody, right? So that was a testimonial from Ryder. And then Kohler, you guys know Kohler. Kohler, they have all this fancy faucets, bathroom fittings, bathroom accessories, right? Everything. They ship, and you can often, find their products in Home Depot, Lowe's. Watch the testimonial video again. Paulo Luba, great partner. They're running this in 4 facilities within their supply chain network, and they're slowly ramping up one by one. They started with just 1. So they are mainly using it as a training tool to show their employees how to load the truck perfectly, right? So with the system, we can take different sample audits out there and use that as a training or a process improvement tool to really stabilize shipping processes. We are looking to expand across our other facilities. Overall, we've improved in loading process. We are doing better year over year. Our customer service team keeps their eye on claims that we are receiving with the system. We can easily train the operator. I can ask quality operator to distinguish between properly loaded trailers versus not very well loaded trailers. Looking at photos and system, our claims numbers have improved. Right? So that's the testimonial from Paulo. And here is Mannington Mills, and these guys make ton of flooring products. I mean, we have a lot of, we have quite a number of manufacturers that ship all these flooring products, and they're taking a lot of photos. And we are also learning. We are working with a bunch of tile companies too, and those guys, it just damages way of their life. If you ship that porcelain tiles, and part of it is going to get damaged, and they try to control that damage, keep that damage to the minimum. So that's why Mannington Mills, Craiglin Mullis, another great partner, she came and gave us this testimony. It's helped a lot with our claims. We are able to show we did our job right, and it dropped a lot of claims. It saves us a lot of money, and it's helping us a lot. Looking at the savings, we rolled it in other facility in Florida. We're using it in our iPads, Android tablets. I've got my personal phone too. It's so easy to use. Our savings are most from freight claims. And we have our customers come back and say there's not on there. We're able to show photos and say, hey, here it is, right? So just they're proving that they did their job right. And then DSW Distributing, this is another pharmaceutical cold storage distributor, and watch the video. Christine, another great partner. They ship pharmaceutical products and temperature-sensitive products, and their savings is at least between $10,000 and $20,000 per month. It lets us be able to do it more efficiently, quickly, and keep it organized and stored. We save approximately $30,000 per year. Just that is on labor cost alone. That's like almost 1 FTE, right? There are many other benefits that we're not able to quantify accurately. Overall, we like the system a lot. So I mean, it's always very difficult to quantify the savings. You can get some hard numbers, but there are many intangible soft numbers that come with this as well. I mean, because we saw there was this one customer implemented. They came back and said, hey, you know what? Our quality of the work that we do, the quality of the stretch wrapping, the quality of the packaging, the quality of the loading, that significantly improved because people are realizing, oh my God, my work is getting documented. So you know what? I got to be careful. I got to do a great job. I got to do a nice job, right? They are doing that. That's a benefit that they did not expect they would get, but they were surprised to get it. And because of that, the customer satisfaction rating improved, the customer relationship improved, and they got more business from their existing customers, right? And this is Saddle Creek Logistics. Again, watch the testimonial video. So here, obviously Saddle Creek Logistics is a 3PL company. So they provide, distribution logistics services, shipping services for their customers. So the customer claimed there were a couple of damaged units. So our customer went ahead and asked us, as we had photos of it, we let them know that we did have this photos as proof, and then the $1,900 claim was dismissed, right? I mean, it's just one claim is $1,900. I mean, if you look 10 claims, that's like $19,000. It was so easy to implement, no training required. Anybody with delivery issues would highly benefit. Customers with shortages and damage issues would greatly benefit. It works great. It saves money. If you're running a business like this, you need a tool like this. And we are getting multiple, Saddle Creek facilities onboarded actually. So this is a case study number 9. This is Kenco fast moving consumer goods. Again, click and watch the video, and Marilo Gillum, another great partner, and he's been one of our early users. But he was like, the first 5 facilities that went live. So, reduce freight claims and chargebacks 85 to 90%, right? So now you have photos, people automatically stop asking these questions. They know, hey, these guys have photos, so I cannot just go and say something and ask for issue a chargeback, right? So it has helped win the trust and confidence with the customer. We are able to clearly show the condition of product that left our facility. Our customers has also taken an extra step to integrate it with the accounts receivable department. Now, as the AR people are looking at photos, they are able to push back on the automatic deductions as a result of chargebacks. We use it for the product that was leaving the facility and for inbound shipments as well, especially to catch damages on inbound product. Also, we are able to prove that there were no overage shortages and damage issues, right? That's a great testimonial. And then this is case study number 10, Kenco Oil and Gas. This is a facility that was shipping oil and oil products like the Mobile One, right? Mobile One, the synthetic oil, the engine oil, all those oils, they ship to retailers, and they had a lot of issues. The retailers was giving chargeback. So Jay came in and she, started taking photos, implemented this tool, started taking photos, and not only, showed the proof to her customer who was a, oil and gas manufacturer, and then to their customer's customer who was a retailer. So she was able to show that, and she was able to prove that they did their job right, and they were able to improve the relationship both with the retailer and their customer. So her testimonial is very simple to use. Use it in smartphone, tablet, desktop. Retailer photos is very easy. That's been the biggest challenge, right? Everybody takes photos and then puts it somewhere, and then they don't know which one is for what. So that's with this system, retrieval of photos is very easy. Eliminated 10 to 15 load rejections per month. 10% of the total load shipped were rejected, which resulted saving about $10,000 per month. Because we are able to show photos that we did our job right, no more blaming, right? Wrong blame. Customer relationship has improved significantly. We are doing the right thing for the customer and also doing the right thing for our customer's customer. So saving between 10K and 20K per month. And this is another case study, 3PL for Berner Foods. So Ryan was running this facility that would receive product from the manufacturing plant, right? And then he would ship it to the stores. And he had this trailer, 7 trailers were rejected in a week. That's when he got so frustrated, and he said, what, guys, I got to have a tool that will address this thing. So, right. So at least 10K in savings per month. Of course, click and watch the video. Most recently, 7 trailers were rejected in a week. Started using photo documentation, less rejected trailers. After started using photo, maximum 1 rejected trailer per week. Saved a lot of dollars, saving anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 per month. The amount of rejected loads have decreased significantly. We'll have 4 to 6 trailers, now gone down to 1, maybe 1 a week. It's been a fantastic tool for us. It's very easy to use. It can save a lot of dollars. We are already looking to upgrade. Right, so this is next case study, Global Industrial. So of course, Greg is our partner, great partner. He's been, doing everything correctly to get the most out of the system. It's a testimonial video. Before, these guys knew the importance of photos. So they've been taking photos, but the technology they were using was really, really old. They were using a 12-year-old PC with an old school scanner camera to take photos for about 10 to 12 years. They switched to this system, enterprise photo documentation. So everything is so much easier now. Don't need the elaborate infrastructure we used to have. Also, photo documentation has reduced labor by 80 hours per week. That's 2 FTEs. 2 full-time employees, right? Been using for more than a year now. When I found it, it's a giant relief. I did not have to reinvent the wheel. We save 80 labor man hours per week by using the system. We started using for outbound shipments first. From the benefits we have seen, we have started using it for inbound as well as for returns. You cannot argue with photos. And actually, we had an interesting story. Even I've not shared this with Greg as well. We just, in the last couple of days when we were doing a demo to one of the customers, he said, hey, we buy a lot of products from this company called Global Industrial, and they would, in the shipment, in the pallet, along with the pallet, they would attach photos of the condition of the product that left their facility. And if you did not receive the product in that condition, you can call that 1-800 number and then complain to them, right? That was a customer service that they provided. That was super awesome. The customers loved it. and everybody's happy, right? I mean, the customer got it in the right condition, so Global Industrial is happy, and obviously, right, with such a superior customer service, they went back, they were able to retain customers, and they were able to get repeat business with customers. So this is the story of Global Industrial. And then case study 13 is a Kenco construction product. So these guys were shipping this sheetrock, right? Again, Luke is a great partner. Click that YouTube link to watch the video, to listen to the testimonial. So these guys were getting sheetrock, right? Construction product, the drywall from the manufacturer, and then from there they would ship it to the customers. And they had a lot of damages, right? They had a lot of damages. And by the time it left the customer, and 3PL is a tough spot, and often what would happen is when the customer complains, I mean, obviously, Kenco doesn't want to lose their customer, which is OEM, and the only option was, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll cover that cost, right? So they were eating many dollars, even though it was not their mistake. So now with the proof, they don't have to do this any longer, right? So damages to the product when it arrived at DC was too much. After photo documentation, we are able to capture photos both inbound and outbound. Been using it for more than a year, savings about 5,000 to 10,000 per month. See, these are conservative numbers. It's just not accurately measured. So that's why I'm not able to convincingly give a perfect number. But the many other benefits, considering the number of claims that are rejected now, because we are able to show photos that we did our job right, just the overall increase, the damages we are able to catch and show it to the production or results in these savings. The number of claims paid has certainly reduced. The app pays for itself 1,000 times over. So this is another pharmaceuticals DC. These guys were shipping the contact lenses, right? And again, Josh is another great partner. Click the link to watch the video. So his think points are: it's easy, so easy to use. It's easy to store the photos with the correct context. So easy to retrieve the photos you need. That was where all these people were spending a lot of time just finding the photos. So it has saved a lot of dollars for us. It pays for itself 1,000 times over. This is case study number 15, Kenco Consumer Electronics. So David Conover, another great partner. So they are running facilities wherein they deliver all this big flat screen TVs, washer, dryer, all that stuff to customers, right? So they are using the system to show that, hey, they did their job right. Including the delivery at the customer's home, right? So his points are: the workflow inside is so easy. The steps are so simple for us to retrieve the data. I can even tell where the driver is by looking at the data. It has made our life so much easier. We would have to follow 10 steps to get out data before, but with this tool, we're able to retrieve data in just 3 steps. This saves a lot of time because this is like a mini transportation system. Because with this system, he's able to locate, hey, where the driver is, because there is also GPS coordinates that is available in the data that's collected, right? Of course, click on the link and watch the YouTube video. So this is a Stryker. These guys, actually, these were probably the very first facility that turned on the system. So again, watch the video. Brandon Wenzel and Jeremy Miller are the users. So their point is that this tool helps to quickly and accurately figure out incorrect shipments, what is wrong with the shipment, and how to streamline process in the warehouse to reduce man-hour spend. It's also really easy to use. It's a lifesaver, right? This tool enables the warehouse team to be accountable for all of our efforts. What the Stryker guys were doing was that they would spend ton of time just to figure out how the problem happened. I mean, and they were doing all that after the problem happened. So they didn't have a tool to prevent it from happening. But once it happened, they would spend hours talking to their people. I mean, if you gather 5 operators or 10 operators and put them in a meeting and talk for 30 minutes, that's 30 minutes times 10. That's 5 hours wasted, right? And if the cost of these people are at least $25, $30, so you wasted all that time, and then you're coming up with better ways to execute the process. You're adding controls in your process. It just becomes more painful from then on, right? So now with the system, enterprise photo documentation, they don't have to do any of that, right? So Jeremy's point is this tool enables the warehouse team to be accountable for all of our efforts. We are able to show through photos how we loaded the pallets. We strive to make sure the items are delivered in the same condition they left the warehouse. It improves efficiency and reduces cost. Right? This is case study number 17, sealed air. So this is, Rick Olson, one of our early partners, because this was one of the first set of facilities where we turned on the system as well. And in the first month, they saw $20,000 in savings, right? And also, this was a project. A Sealed Air case study was presented in the Supply Chain Innovation Award, the CSCMP conference, and we were one of the finalists, right? And those two are really good videos, that long videos that talk about how the whole problem originated and how the solution was implemented, blah blah, right? So we captured more than 500 photos in its first 2 months of deployment. For Sealed Air, the results were dramatic. Our site saw a 95% reduction in customer complaints, translating into an estimated $10,000 cost savings per month for that one location alone. The solution provided transparency for everyone in the supply chain, including the distribution center, end customers, Sealed Air personnel, customer service reps, and carriers, right? This is case number 18, Bosch. I mean, Bosch is a huge multinational corporation. They have factories in so many countries all over the world, and they're using it here in the South Carolina facility. And it started as a nice to have, but now it's a mission critical tool. It's a vital program to our operation and prevents us from being responsible for damages to product after it leaves our warehouse, because we can prove the load was not damaged when it left our warehouse. Dennis, great partner, and we love working with Dennis, and we have added a ton of value for them. And Paulette Johnson, compliance manager. See, Paulette is the person that deals with, talking to the retailers and customers. Hey, receiving all those complaints. Hey, your load is not compliant. You know what? We are going to deduct, $1,000 from your invoice, right? $2,000 from your invoice. So now Paulette can push back and say, hey, no. We did our job right. Hey, look at the condition. Look at the, condition of the loads when it left our facility. Here are the photos. She's able to immediately, share that, right? So that's why Paulette is such a happy user of this system. So her testimonial is, it helps us with the following: capture damage from incoming loads to DCs from manufacturing plants, or DC to DC transfers. DC here is a distribution center, right? Not data center, a distribution center. Provide feedback as needed, capture load securement, capture as many loads as we can stage or while being loaded to validate load condition to customer. With these capabilities, we're able to better serve our customers. So this is case study number 20. XPO Logistics. This is Tim Campbell had another problem. We export a lot of our products through the containers. This tool is easy to document such loads that are being exported, because I can take photos super fast, upload them to the cloud, and the photos stay there forever. I can share those photos with anybody in case of a claim situation, or if there are any questions on the condition of the product when it was loaded. I find this tool very useful for my business and I highly recommend for others as well. This tool is fast, easy, and very user-friendly, convenient way to track loads, quality issues, and even safety incidents for your business needs. Not only we were up and running in one day, we started seeing value from day one. So this is Method Products, and Jerry is another great partner. Taking photos has instilled a very good discipline among our loaders in house. So this is they were trying to solve a completely different problem. They were not even worried so much about the chargebacks and the damage claims. They were more focused on, hey, let's get our act right within their warehouse. They wanted to make sure the people are doing a great job. So Jerry implemented this, and he saw a ton of improvement. Hence, we are able to ensure our loads are prepped up, loaded on the trucks at a much better quality. This directly results in better customer satisfaction, long-term relationship with our customers. So that's how Jerry used it. And here is one more XPO Logistics. This is a pretty interesting scenario, because Don Powell was shipping product for this customer for a long time, and suddenly there was a change in personnel on the customer side. And that created some friction. And this new person that came in just kept on saying, hey, you guys are not doing a great job. So Don was very frustrated, and he found a tool, and he started documenting, the condition of the loads that are leaving his facility. And then, basically they started showing. So as a GM for a 3PL warehouse, I was responsible for bringing our products to a customer's customer. We were told that we were not doing a good job. So we started using this tool. Basically, we started taking photos of every single pallet that would leave our facility. We upload them to cloud and made it available for a customer to look at. We wanted to prove that we did our job right. We did this for 3 months. Our customer understood that we are doing a great job. They stopped asking questions on the quality of our shipments. This tool not only helped me improve that we did our job right, but also win trust and confidence of my customer back. right? And then this is another Kenco FMCG, Emmanuel Bradley, great partner. He is one of our first 5 or 10 sites that went live. So these guys, have been using it for a long time, right? With this system, it's so easy to show we did our job right by retrieving photos, even though we did a job weeks or months ago, because often the claims come back after 3 months, sometimes even 6 months, right? Vendors were able to look at the images whenever they want. So here they were able to actually set up vendors as users in the system, so they can look at the photos anytime, right? So this is case study number 24. This is another Kenco facility. With this system, I'm able to send photos of what condition our product was shipped in. I'm now able to push damage claims back into the carriers as I have the photos to show that we did our job right? Julio Lopez, operations manager. So another great case study testimonial. Again, Adriana Benavides, another great partner. She is more from a quality perspective, right? It helps since the platform allows you to upload after taking the photos without needing to use cables. It's a big asset at our site since it's so easy to download onto phones and iPads. So that's another testimonial. And this is, case study number 26, global play and entertainment company. I mean, we're still working to get the approval from these guys. So I like that everything you need is within the app, such as camera, video, trailer, and load options. Another thing that is great about the app is that it collects all photos, videos by time and date on the website. This app really helps my site in inspecting the trailers, or if we have issues with incorrect sales and after we load trailers, makes the process very easy when I need to upload data. So this is another manufacturer of high performance productive cases. This system has helped us capture everything from a bill of lading photo to a container seal. Best of all, it's an easy access tool for both the third party logistics service provider and the customer, right? So who is this for, right? This is for a warehouse manager with assistants spending way too many hours organizing photos, searching photos, and you just can't get the photos you needed quickly, and you're just tired of this, and you're looking for a better way to do this, right? And this happens all the time. So if you're doing that, stick around, right? This has this is for a warehouse manager that has a file folder, Google Drive or Microsoft SharePoint-based photo organizing system. You're tired of spending hours and hours searching for photos manually, and you're looking for a better. So if you put it in Google Drive, you can have it. But you can only use it in the facility, right? It's complicated to set up access for all the people, all over your supply chain network. That's like in multiple cities in the US, right? So there's also for warehouse manager that's tired of receiving too many unfair retailer chargebacks, right? That is tired of receiving too many unfair Amazon chargebacks. Amazon is giving chargebacks too. That's tired of receiving way too many damage claims, right? That's tired of too many rejected loads. Your loads get rejected for whatever reason, right? That shipping their products perfectly, but still getting blamed even though the damages are caused by someone else. For whatever reason, your product is going through some kind of consolidation facility, or an LTL hub, or a cross-dock facility. Somebody else is touching it, somebody else is not. There are lumpers may be involved, right? They are not handling it perfectly the way that they should handle it. They don't know, or you're not applying the right labels, right? You're struggling with all those challenges. And you're a warehouse manager that's looking for cost savings and efficiency within your supply chain. And you're a warehouse manager with freight claims that are taking forever to get paid. The carrier is saying, hey, we need more proof. You got to show us that you did your job right. Give us photos, right? You don't have any of that. So that's why it's taking forever to get the freight claims paid. So this is for warehouse managers that want to improve the quality of loads your people are shipping, and you think your people can do better, right? You're frustrated. Maybe that was the best quality of people that you got. So you want them to improve on the quality of the work they do, quality of packaging they do, quality of stretch wrapping they do, quality of loading they do, right? So you can use this tool as well. You're working with 3PLs, right? You're working with 3PLs. Great people. You want to follow the trust but verify principle. You want proof from them that they did a great job. You can set up the tool and have them take photos for every time they're shipping the product to your customer, so you can have them show the photos, right? So and you're like, hey man, you know what? I want to work hard and I want to climb the corporate ladder, and you're looking to add value to your organization, right? You're looking for a great system, great tool with which you can add value, get kudos, and get promotion as well. Absolutely, this is for you. And as a matter of fact, we got many warehouse managers that implemented this tool have gotten promoted, right? The time we talked to when we turn on, they'll be all, warehouse manager or operations manager, and after like a year or so, they'll be like, hey, senior warehouse manager, senior operations manager. That's nice to get that recognition and take care of the people that depend on you, right, so well. So, and you're a warehouse manager that started with a new employee, right? You've just started a new role and you want to show your skills and expertise, and you're looking for a good tool to deploy in your facility so you can add solid value to a new employer and make yourself indispensable to them. So who's this for? Again, warehouse manager that's losing sleep because you're worried you're going to get that dreaded chargeback deduction email. Right? Absorbing the cost of damage. I mean, even though it's not your fault, because you're a 3PL warehouse manager, you don't want to lose your customer. You don't want to lose that business. You don't want to lose that prestigious, brand named, OEM, right? So you're saying, you know what? Hey, we'll absorb the cost. Don't worry about it, right? You don't have to do that. Even though it's not your fault, you're still doing that. But now with proof, you can prove to them saying that, hey guys, we did our job right. It's not fair for us to pay for these chargebacks, damage claims. You can have a healthy conversation. You can stand on a firmer ground, right? And you're a warehouse manager absorbing the cost of the damage, even though it's not your fault, because you did not want to lose that relationship with the brand name OEM, right? With proof, you could tell, hey, this is not our mistake, right? And you want to document quality issues as part of inbound QA process so that you can share those proofs with your vendors or manufacturing plants. And you might be like in a situation where you're going to lose your job due to retail chargebacks, damage claims, freight claims, rejected loads, etc., right? So who is this for? Again, you're an IT manager that's supporting warehouse systems. I mean, your warehouse manager is having all kinds of struggles, right? So receiving claims, looking to you for the tools. Your warehouse manager is getting chargebacks due to non-compliance and looking to you for tools, right? Your warehouse manager is getting chargebacks from retail customers, charging up to the chargeback could be up to 14% of an invoice. So if you send, $10,000 invoice, your $1,400 is gone, right? That it could be as big as that number, right? Looking to you for tools to handle the situation. Your warehouse manager shipping through multi-stop LTL deliveries. I mean, LTL is, you got to be careful because it's just the amount of handling that it goes through, right? So many people, I mean, it's being touched so many times. So, your stretch wrapping, you got to add a, thicker gauge material for stretch wrapping compared to a, FTL delivery, right? So things like that, right? You're supporting 3PL warehouse managers because you don't know who is touching the product you ship, and you have to show your customer that you did your job right? Your warehouse safety practitioners in warehouses are looking for a tool from you, right? Need to document photo-based proofs to substantiate improvements, right? Your warehouse manager is getting blamed for mistakes that are not theirs, right? You have process improvement engineers. They are looking for, tools, from you as an IT manager, right? Your warehouse manager shipping high-value products. So who is this not for? If you are a warehouse manager that does not have any retail chargeback, you don't have no chargebacks whatsoever, no retail, no non-retail chargebacks, right? You don't have any freight claims. You don't have any rejected loads. You don't have any damage claims, right? You don't see any opportunity to improve quality of the loads that your team ships, right? You don't have any quality issues. And warehouse managers that like losing money, right? They like paying hefty retailer chargebacks. That warehouse manager doesn't care about the efficiency and throughput of your, obviously, right? This is all, just to, make it funny, but nobody, right? If you are a good warehouse manager, you do care about the efficiency. You do care about the throughput of your DC, right? You want to get promoted. So, you want to sleep peacefully, and you don't want to have that butterflies in your stomach feeling when you're going to receive the next chargeback and automatic deduction email, right? So what is the key concept, right? The key concept is supply chain has gotten very, very complex. And there are way too many operators in each supply chain, right? We don't realize that because we are all living in our silos. I'm a warehouse manager. I go to my, warehouse. I have my team. I am in my warehouse desk. I got to fulfill my orders. I got to ship my orders. I got to make sure all my people are doing their job. Everything is done correctly. And then you know what? It's 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I'm done. I'm going home, right? That's all you're thinking about. You don't realize how complex it's gotten out. Who is touching your product after it leaves your facility? Who is, following those instructions, right? How many? It just things have gotten very, very complex, right? You don't realize it. So you don't have control over who touches the product you ship. Your product goes through consolidation center, cross-dock facilities, LTL terminals, hubs, lumpers are touching it, the receivers are touching it. Sometimes, carriers, right? They're moving it. And if it's an LTL, it's way too many touches, right? So it just, you don't have control over all that. all the things that happen, right? So it's not your fault, because the truth is there are so many operators in the supply chain that are touching the product you ship, and you have no idea who is touching the product. You have no idea who is handling that product correctly and who is not, right? LTL terminals, transportation companies, truckers, lumpers, and if it's international, then you got to deal with the ports too, right? And very few warehouse managers understand this, realize this. So that's why it's important, right? It's not only important to do a great job shipping your load perfectly, but it's also equally important to have proof to show that you did your job right? So it's you got to show, you got to have proof, because how complicated it's gotten out there, right? So you need an enterprise photo documentation system to do this effectively, right? So today in supply chain, there are too many people touching the product you ship. A lot of things could go wrong. So it's important to keep proof. I mean, you got to do CYA, right? To take photos. So if something goes wrong, you can show you did your job right with photos. So there are way too many people touching the product you ship in the supply chain. A lot could go wrong, especially LTLs. LTLs work on a hub and spoke model. I mean, LTL is just one example, but anything that multiple people are touching, anything that carrier is taking it, and if it's an international, the carrier touches it, goes to the port personnel touching it, and then it gets loaded on the boat. From the boat it's going to the other port, right? It just think about all the handling that happens, right? So you need to make sure you have proof to show that you did your job right, just in case something goes wrong, right? For example, right, even Amazon, when they make delivery, they leave a photo. You can go to the order and you can look at the photo of the product that they left at your doorstep, right? So that's why it's important to show that you did your job right. It's important to do your CYA and have proof that you did your job right? So about me, I am Puga Shankara, and I've been doing this for a long time, right? Since 20 plus years now. I spent 12 plus years with Manhattan Associates. So my job was to go to all these facilities, and as a technical consultant, technical analyst, implement these systems, support go lives, right, and make sure all the different systemic components are working perfectly. We reach the throughput, we reach the order volume, all the orders are perfectly processed and all that. So that's what I did to begin with, and then I learned this thing, and then I started playing customer-facing roles where I would, walk into the DC with my team and then design an end-to-end, warehouse management system, right? Understand the business, understand the products, understand the processes, and then we'll design receiving, put away, right? Running the wave, picking, right, and then finally shipping. We would design that, and that's what I did, and then right. I mean, obviously, life happened, so I quit Manhattan and went to work for another large company because of the travel, and then I got a chance to do MBA at Georgia Tech, right? So I started this company after my MBA, and we've been bootstrapped, and we've been doing pretty okay. In spite of all the pandemic and everything. So, I've helped 30 plus retailers, distributors, 3PLs, end to end. So this is end to end, WMS, paying attention to the file level, flag level, field level, right? And then advise 100 plus retailers, distributors, 3PL brands on their warehouse performance, systems, throughput, process analysis, etc. So I used to be the person that would go, they would implement a WMS, and for some reason they wouldn't be able to, meet their throughput. So I would go and, do a performance analysis review and tell them, hey guys, fix this, identify all the bottlenecks, and then fix this type of thing I did, and help them, reach their throughput. So like this, I've done a lot of work. So and we come from the data collection business, because the original product that we started was this wearable technology with which we scan like all these barcodes, and we collect data, we feed that data into the WMS, and then obviously, right, ever since the smartphone was launched by Apple in 2007, we just love the fact that we have cameras with us, right? So taking photos has become very much part of our daily life, and that's how Facebook, Instagram, all these things became so big, and it's a very natural thing. And but on the enterprise side, if you want to do that, you need a different type of system to be able to handle these photos, because these photos are very important enterprise data, right? So that's why it's important to have this enterprise system that's capable of handling these photos, retrieving these photos, blah, blah, blah. So that's how we got started, right? That's how we got started. So that we got a ton of customers. We got 170 plus sites now, 170 plus sites, ton of customers. You can look at all the logos, right? 10 million plus savings, 10 million plus proofs, 3 million plus loads. 100 plus customers, 3,000 plus users, 170 plus sites that are in production. And these are some of the awards that we have won, right? We are at ATTC Georgia Tech. That's the leading incubator in the Southeast. And there are a lot of B2B companies that's come out of, that ATTC, and they've, had billion-dollar exits here in Atlanta. And we are part of that incubator. We are the Georgia, we have won the top 40, most innovative companies award multiple times. And of course, I went to Georgia Tech, one of the premier institutes to do anything with, supply chain and industrial engineering and, all these process improvement technologies, right? And we won the Supply Chain Innovation Award. We were the finalists, top 3. That was in 2017, and we were the Great Supply Chain Partner in 2018, and then 2021 Pros to Know. That's another award that we won recently, and we, presented Venture Atlanta, and I work for Manhattan Associates, one of the well-known software vendors that have a leading, warehouse management systems. So, photos are the best proof, right? You cannot argue with photos. Photos help with resolving issues so much faster. So the best proof is photos. You cannot argue with photos. So even, when you meet with an accident, right, what happens? The first thing the insurance company is asking for is, hey, give us the photos, right? And with photos, you're able to prove everything, whatever argument that you're making. So even in your personal life, right, the first thing you ask for is photo, right? When there is a conversation that's going on, somebody is claiming something, hey, can you just pull out your smartphone, take a snap and send it to me, please text it to me, right? That's a very common thing, right? So if an order that was shipped, send me a photo of the shipping label. If a product that was received damage, hey, just send me a photo of the product and the damage, right? Even if you go to a restaurant and you find great food and you're like, hey, take a photo, and then you're sharing it with, your friends, right? So you cannot argue with photos. Photos are worth 1,000 words. Right? So nowadays, with proliferation of smartphones, showing photos of product you shipped is a basic expectation, or else they think you're hiding something, right? Transparency is the key. So today, everybody has a smartphone. So it's not too much to ask for a photo of something or anything, especially when there is a conflict or a question. When you don't provide a photo, you look like you're trying to hide something. As a matter of fact, right, people offer to send photos because not only they want to make it easy so we all understand, but also offer great customer service, show that they're not hiding anything and being very, very transparent, right? That's a expectation, especially with the millennial generation and the immediate gratification thing. People expect that level of customer service. So try telling next time you cannot provide photos, right? They're going to look at you, all I asked was just a photo. Why is it such a big deal, right? Why would this person not give it to me? So, that lack of transparency is not good. So providing photos is a basic expectation in times we live now, right? Enables you to be transparent, helps with building credibility. And the photos that you take are very, very important data, right? And you don't store that in your computer. You don't store that in your smartphone. You don't store that in your inbox. You store in a, enterprise data, enterprise system of record, right? That is accessible for everyone, right? So when you take photos of product you ship for an order that's worth a few $100s or even $1,000, $10,000 value, it's a very important data that belongs to your enterprise, right? You don't store that data in your personal smartphone or in your inbox, right? You store that data in a secure place so it never gets lost. You store that data in an easily retrievable place so you can pull it out anytime you need it and share it with anybody that needs it, right? You store that data with the context associated with it so you can relate to it anytime and also explain it to others. What you took the photo for, what is the photo associated with, right? So it's very important that you understand that. And this photo, that's what we realized. We coming from the data collection background, we are like, oh man, these photos are such an important data now. So that means you got to have a really good system to handle the data. Right. So, the transformation here is you can save $20,000 per month per facility. And the mechanism is, enterprise photo document system to prove you shipped your load perfectly. And you if you really take a step back and think about it, right? Warehouse managers are very good at coming up with processes, right? They think in processes. They're able to train their people to execute those processes, and as a team, they're able to do that. But they are not good at designing systems, right? That's the a problem that we solve here. Warehouse managers don't build systems, right? It's people that understand and the build that have built systems before are the ones that build systems. And also the technologies that are used are relatively new. So if you really want to get a good system built for this thing, you have to come to specialists like us, right? Here's the truth. So you can save all the dollars you're losing if you have photos to prove that you shipped your load perfectly, right? So it's important to not only do your job well, but also have proof to show that you did your job well. But most warehouse managers do not have an enterprise photo document system to capture photos and retrieve photos when needed quickly, because they think in terms of processes and they design processes, right? They don't know how to design systems leveraging the latest technology that's available. We are the only people dedicated to solving this particular problem for warehouse managers. My point is that warehouse managers lose money not because they don't perfectly ship their loads. They lose money because they don't have photos to prove that they perfectly ship their loads, right? So, it is possible to prove that you shipped your load perfectly and save all those dollars if you have an enterprise photo documentation system with which you can do super fast photo capture, super fast photo retrieval, and super fast photo sharing. So it's very important to understand that, right? So when you have an enterprise photo documentation system, you can not only, right, do all your job perfectly. On top of it, you can take photos super fast and accumulate that proof. And then whenever someone asks, you can retrieve that proof and show to them, hey, look, we did our job right? So unfortunately, far too many warehouse managers don't understand the importance of such a system and end up wasting too many hours of their employees, right? So we have dedicated the last few years to solving this problem. That's what we do. So I want to summarize this, learning from this training session. So there are way too many people touching the product you ship, right? We gotta understand that. So when way too many people touch, what happens? A lot of things could go wrong. So you don't want to get blamed if something goes wrong. So it's important to do CYA, right? And photos are the best proof. You cannot argue with photos. Photos help with resolving issues so much faster, and the best way to do CYA is to take photos, right? With proliferation of smartphones, photos of product you shipped is a basic expectation. Everybody wants photos, and all I'm asking is pull out your smartphone, take a snap, and send it to me, right? But so that's a basic expectation that you have to meet, and also it helps you be transparent. And being transparent helps with improving your credibility, right? So the best tool to take such photos is your smartphone. The photos you just took are very important data, right? Understand that your photos are important enterprise data, right? And you need to store that in an enterprise system of record, right? Not in your smartphone or not in your inbox. So you need an enterprise photo document system that's secure, that's easy to use, that's so easy to retrieve photos instantaneously when you need them. So warehouse managers are good at designing processes, but not good at building systems using the latest technology. That's where we come in, right? So what can you do? I mean, you can do the hard way. You can continue to do whatever you're doing, right? You can use digital cameras and take photos. You can take photos using employee smartphones. You can have them walk back and forth from the dock to the computer, right? Creating bottleneck in the busiest time of loading. You can do all those things. Continue to live the old way, or not even take photos, right? You can just do that and keep paying the chargebacks, keep losing money. Or you could spend millions and build your own system. And for us, it took like 3+ years to get it absolutely right? I mean, you can come up with a concept and build it, but making sure the users love it, making sure the value that we promised is generated for the users, making sure it's adopted very well. Going through the change management, both millennials and veteran users, right? So that's why it took such a long time. And if you try to do it right, by the time your development is complete, the system would be obsolete because the technology is changing so fast, right? So that's why I mean, you could do that, right? It might not be the best idea, but you could do it. Or option 3, you could just get this enterprise photo document system from us, right? It's called LoadProof. It costs very little, right? And set up a demo with us, learn more on pricing. We'll show you everything, right? We'll lift the skirt and show you everything, right? So set up a demo with us. Again, right, this is for warehouse managers and IT managers supporting warehouse managers with their warehouse systems. Quick and dirty benefits, I'll do summary once again. So you'll be able to reject damage claims. You'll be able to reject unfair chargebacks. You'll be able to reduce your rejected loads. You'll be able to absolutely reduce the time taken to process your freight claims, and you'll be able to improve your supply chain visibility, right? You'll save. We have seen pretty consistently every facility is saving $20,000 per month, right? And your number of rejected loads will significantly reduce, if not would go to zero, right? You'll be able to improve quality of packing, stretch wrapping, loading work you do, right? Because people are realizing, oh my God, my work, the quality of the work I do is being documented through these photos. Somebody is going to ask, who did this packaging? Who did this stretch wrapping? Who did this, pallet stacking? Who did this loading, right? People are going to ask. So you will be able to show that you did your job right and with photos to anybody, right? You'll save a lot of dollars. Every customer that we've implemented, they're saving a lot of dollars. Not only that, they got promoted, right? So big savings, $20,000 per month. So that's like $240K, $250,000 per year per facility. If you have, multiple facilities throughout the supply chain, your benefits are only increasing, right? You will win more customers because your customer sat rating goes up, and you'll get a lot more business from existing customer because they're happy with the quality of the product and the packing, everything that you're giving. So when you get that claims email from someone, you will not have that uneasy feeling in your stomach. You'll be like, I got this, right? I have photos to show to prove that I did my job right. My team is great. We have all proof, right? On top of all that, you'll be able to sleep peacefully. You will never lose the photos you take because it's all sitting in cloud, right? So here are some of the features. Some of the screenshots, you log in, you have put in your PIN and you take photos like that, right? Some of the, contextual data, the category and upload and all that, but we'll get a demo from us and we'll show you everything, right? And it supports the enterprise architecture, right? This is the, corporate level view, network level view, and then facility level view, all those things. So there are multiple features. We just listed a few here. You can park your loads. You can find related loads. Of course, it comes with video, and while taking video, you can record audio as well. You can scan barcodes. You can also capture GPS coordinates. So all this is very important because you got to prove, even tomorrow, let's say there was a lawsuit and you're taking these photos and submitting the code. You want to show that, hey, there is a system that is out there and you're following the system, and all this data is recorded and stored in the system and retrieved from the system, right? That's very, very important. So you can even set up your customer as a user. So you don't even have to, today people are talking back and forth, sending photos through email. The photos get clogged in the email network. Now you have to call IT to retrieve those emails. So, all those things are avoided. All you have to do is set up your customer as a user and show them, hey guys, look at it, right? You got your photos. They can log in and see without even talking to you, without even calling you, right? And also analytics from the photos. Analyze defects at multiple levels, network level, right? SCAC level, carrier level, product line, customer ID, right? Automatic email alerts for photos in certain category, right? Quality issues, right? And then, any other customer specific issues, and flexibility in capture of any parameters set the content, flexibility in hierarchy setup. All that is possible. And add these photos to any of your supply chain systems, TMS, warehouse, WMS, freight claims management system, right? Or deductions management system. You can add all these photos through a hyperlink, right? And so you can do many more things. That's why we ask you to, set up a demo with us. We'll show you everything. We can do a quick demo. What smartphone do you have? Android, iPhone, right? If it's an Android, go to the Google Play Store, download the app. If it's an iPhone, go to the iOS App Store, download the app, search for LoadProof. You will see a LoadProof multi-load app. Download that app and log in with the user ID, password, and then choose the site clarity. You'll be able to see all this for yourself, right? So, but our thing is, you come to us, set up a demo, because what we'll do in the demo is we'll understand, hey, what is your problem? First, we'll define the problem, and then we'll do a solution fit, and we'll show you exactly how it will work in your scenario. So that gets you a much better, helps you understand in a much better fashion, right? How long does it take to sign up and set up LoadProof? Say 15 minutes. That's all it takes. We just have to, one of the things that you have to spend some time and think about is the, contextual data, what data you want to capture. But once that is done, it takes 15 minutes. How do I need to get started? Just give your credit card and we can set you up, right? What are the smartphones support? We support all the way from Samsung Galaxy S5 till Samsung Galaxy S10, the latest phones. We also support Apple devices. You can do it right now. Download it in your phone and play with it. We support both Android and iOS. You can use Samsung tablet as well. So sign up today. Set up your demo today. You can start saving on your chargebacks, both retail and non-retail. Damage claims, rejected loads, freight claims. Supply chain visibility, right? Simplified, streamlined processes to, execute, perform, all this photo data capture, retrieval, sharing, all that using the enterprise photo document system. And we can only do 20 appointments in this batch. So call us as soon as possible to get on the calendar. Book an appointment in our calendar by clicking the link below. right? Obviously, right, the price is low for now because it's still kind of an introductory promotional pricing. So it is going to go up. So we can only take 20 calls per batch. So call us, sign up today, get the demo. We can only do 20 appointments. Book an appointment calendar, and let's help you with start saving the dollars, right? Let's stop the bleeding and start the savings. Pricing is low because it's introduction pricing. We want to sign up as many customers as possible, and it's not going to be like that, right? So come to us, and let's get started. So hopefully this was helpful. Thank you very much for staying till the end of this training video training session, and set up a demo with us, and we'll help you save ton of dollars. All right. Thank you.